Okay, here goes. Let's do this. My Sister's Voice by Martin Boyce. And as you scroll with me, that's it right there. What? Why? That's funny, right? Technology is supposed to make life easier. However, sometimes. So, this is My Sister's Voice and Other Short Stories. And you can read a sample, which I'm going to do with you now. So, My Sister's Voice and Other Short Stories. It's a second edition. And role is something people play, model is something people make. Both of those things are fake. Tupac Shakur. Now, I'm going to read the introduction, or at least a part of it, so that you understand why I do what I do. Despite the fact that many countries are legalizing, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Okay. I tried to make it bigger. Yeah, that's often a mistake when you try to make things bigger. Despite the fact that many countries are legalizing same-sex marriages, Barbados still has on the statute books Chapter 154, Section 9 of its Sexual Offences Act, which criminalizes buggery. Members of the gender and sexual minority GSM community are often objects of derision, verbal and physical attacks and discrimination. One place where the GSM community can find some solace and reprieve is in literature that is accessible to a variety of readers. My writing aims to address the absence of Barbadian GSM voices in literature and promote empathy, as one role of fiction is to foster understanding through compassion by putting the reader in the mind space of characters who may be different from themselves. I also seek to encourage other writers to lend their voices to topics considered taboo, since societal judgment can place obstacles in the way of creative expression, which might remain untapped as a result. Of course, an important role of my writing is to enlighten, because it is through the sharing of advanced perspectives that narrow-mindedness and repression can be defeated. While wide-scale societal change may be beyond the scope of my books, their contribution is in the exemplification of how being conspicuously proud of who you are can overcome bigotry fueled by ignorance based partly on the invisibility of the objects of hate. Setting aside GSM themes, I want to engage and entertain. A good story is a good story. All right, so I just wanted to read. Okay, there's this poem, but I'm not gonna read that. You can read that on your own time. And I wanted to read an excerpt of The Fair. All right, so let's see. Where is it? Okay, from about here. If someone had asked about that day, I'd have confidently said the sun had come out of the Atlantic Ocean, although I hadn't seen a sunrise in donkey years. I had slept until my bladder needed emptying. I had made myself breakfast for lunch and watched a movie everyone was talking about. These are the things I would have said. What I would have kept to myself was this: believing fully in the interchangeability. These chickens! Believing fully in the interchangeability of this Saturday with most of the others before it, I'd absently reached my arm behind me to scratch my back with my thumb. What I felt did not belong to a day I'd taken for granted, would be just another Saturday. What I felt did not belong to the skin I knew to be mine. What I saw with my fingers was a coin polished smooth, the edge raised. What I saw with my eyes in a twisted self-embrace was a black hole. The act of seeing it may have brought it to life, because it drains me. A feeling like traveling in a vehicle that falls quickly in and out of a descent in the road. It had begun. The thing that would come to take every part of me away, leaving flies in various stages of their life cycles in my place, had left an undeniable mark. Its signature fingerprint. This mark was different from the others, for they had not started out as wholes. The ones before had appeared within weeks of the other, forming three in all. Two, a palm span apart on my inner thighs, the other, above the twist of skin, indicating my old attachment to the one who squeezed until I fell out into this world. They formed a triangle of blemishes in the center of which was the devil himself. Okay? So that's just a brief. This rooster! Why are the cocks crowing in my backyard? Let me tell you, right? In Barbados, there's a large population of chickens. There seems to be some sort of imbalance. I'm not sure what was killing the chickens before, but it's not killing them anymore. And so chickens are everywhere, everywhere. Yeah. So so this is just a brief excerpt. You can scroll there on your own and check it out. Please buy the online book to help support my cause, which is really just to get this information out there, because I think that the main narrative is driven by people who are not members of the LGBTQ community, and so that narrative is that there's not really any homophobia, and I think people just don't see it because members of the community are afraid to speak out against it, and so it's almost as if it doesn't exist, right? And so my short stories are about my experiences as a gay man in Barbados and also in other countries, all right, in Latin America primarily. So that's it. Let me see if I can actually find this rooster and ask it a couple of questions. You know, like why you feel you need to be sounding an alarm at 8:27. Like it's no longer daybreak. It disagrees with me. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching and listening to my cock crow.